Okay, good morning. It's Tuesday, May 7th, about 9:30. Okay, so we came out at 4:30 or 4 o'clock. Nothing was happening. He fed the ramlet. He drank 3 ounces on his own. Wasn't pretty, but we did it. Um, Everybody looked good. I went in the house and went back to sleep. I took these days off work so that I can take care of myself. And going back to sleep after 4 a.m. chores is one of those things. So Chris called and woke me up about 7:15 and said that you had been in labor since about 6:45. So I came out and I checked her, and she had a big baby coming and was only open about yay big, but she just really was not open big enough for all the necessary parts of that lamb to come out at the same time. I really thought I had it. I was like, I am killing this. But what I meant was I'm actually killing this. I pulled the lamb. I was like, oh my God, I just broke its neck. I freaked out, sobbing, crying. I called the vet because it's during the day. There's two vets on, and they're out on appointments and calls all day. So you just never know where they are or how far they are away from here. Um, so I just was really hopeful that someone was close by, and thankfully someone was. I came back in here. I snuggled the ramlet. I cried. I went back and I continued trying. I was trying to push the shoulders, so the lamb was coming through the feet, elbows, shoulders were coming through, but the head was turned back. And so she was still pushing. She was trying to push it out, the shoulders and the head side by side. This was obviously not going to be successful. So I just did my best to push the shoulders back in and pull the head forward. And I was like, I'm just going to keep working at this because I don't know when it's going to happen. And she's opening up more as the lamb moves closer to coming out. Maybe I can do this, but it was just really scary and really upsetting. And I think that when the vet walked in the barn, I think I said, oh, thank God, out loud. But if I didn't, I definitely said it inside. She was able to get the first lamb out. His head's pretty wobbly. He didn't want to stay with us, but I think he's pretty good. I got to use my lamb resuscitator. We got to use all the gadgets on this one. That will either pump air into the lamb's lungs or suck air out. And in this case, we used to suck air out because he was full of fluid. So he's looking okay now. I have she. They're both. It's ewe lamb. So then there was a twin in there, and the vet had to use a snare to get that one out because it was the same situation where the the opening wasn't super big. The limb was pretty big, and it was trying to come out with its head back. I offered our snare because I buy all the gadgets, and she said it worked really well. And then she gave me some additional instruction outside of what the snare came with about other ways that it could be used. So that is the update. We've got two live ewe lambs. One's looking a little giraffe. I don't know. It's just looking a little floppy, but hopefully she'll pull through. The ramlet's doing great. He did escape. I have some video. Every single night, I look at this ramlet and I give him a kiss on his little forehead and I say, if you're dead in the morning, I know that we both did our best here. And yeah, so far he's been alive every morning. Yeah, so today he was looking really strong. And I just brought him into the barn to wander around because I feel bad that he's in here in the milk room, there's no other sheep in here. And it's not right. So I brought him in and he's kind of toddling around like a little old man with a walker. He moves only 1 foot at a time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm talking to the vet and we're whatever. And then she leaves and I look and I can't find the ramlet anywhere. Here in the milk room, there's this hole in the floor that I think is a drain or was a drain. I was like, oh my God, the baby fell down the drain. Okay, so I let our Ramlet out for a little wander and then I lost him and I couldn't find him anywhere. And I've been panicking inside that like, where the heck is this lamb? Did he drown in a bucket, etc. Hang on one second. Okay, here he is. He's ready for his sheep management jobs. Oh my God. I had to lure these other sheep with corn and all kinds of promises. It's sweet nothing to get them to walk up this ramp. And this guy's like, okay, it's my first day walking, but we can manage this.
Buddy, you don't need to be in there. Do you want to come out?
So yeah, I'm feeling really positive about him, and which is amazing. So I am going to take my bucket of goodies here. So this is colostrum to offer the baby with the crooked neck. Her tongue got very swollen during the birthing process. This is normal. It happens all the time. Sometimes the whole heads will swell. We've definitely had that. It goes down within a few hours or so, but it can prevent them from being able to suckle properly. And so I just want to try. To make sure to get some colostrum in her. And then I also have a bottle of milk replacer for all of our milk replacer babies. Okay, here is our our new mom as of this morning, and her two little ewe lambs. The one that's down is the one that had the particularly hard birth. So I'm gonna try to see if she's fed up. Mama looks like she's doing great. We got fresh bedding in here, hay racks full, some hay on the ground in case she's too tired to stand up, water buckets full. She's doing a great job. These babies look like a horror movie prop. Sometimes birth is a bloody business. This baby is pretty floppy and still pretty wet and shivery. I think I might put a jacket on it. Yeah, I don't think this baby can suckle. The tongue is just too big, so I'm just gonna tube it. I just want to make doubly sure that after such a tough morning that she has every chance. Come on, let's get this tube down you. There we go. Okay, there we go. Oh, I know. That buys her a couple of hours. There's a guideline that within the first 2 hours of life, a lamb should consume 100 mils or 120 mils of colostrum. Obviously, mom's colostrum would be ideal, but I'm not sure in this situation. I could have tried to milk her out, but she's going to feed these babies. Just wanted to make sure that this little one had the best chance. Okay, here she is. This is what we look like when we're just born, and our tongue is too swollen to keep it in our mouths. Poor little thing. Surprisingly, the mom looks really good. This was hard and traumatic birth for me, but it doesn't seem like it was too bad for her. She actually, I know I said the babies look like a horror show, and they did, but she looks great. She doesn't look like she's had any bleeding at all, which is incredible given how tight everything was. So you can see that she's mothering that baby that we just tubed. We together, you and I just tubed that baby. She looks really great. I'm really happy. Okay, now I'm gonna feed all the other bottle babies. It's been a morning. I can't remember when I fed the Ramlet. Are you hungry, buddy? Okay, so this bottle is rated 16 ounces. We'll see if he wants any. Okay. So this is how we're feeding this guy now. It takes him a minute to get into it. He's not like there he goes. Good boy. There. He's not going to win any eating contests. Can you hear that? Okay, what did we drink? A whopping 1 ounce. He might be full. Seeing as how I can't remember when I fed him last, he might be good. Here we are in the maternity ward, feeding the babies. I can't sit on my knees anymore this morning. I am so sore. Okay, so here we have our bummer lamb. Unlike the Ramlet, she could win some eating contests. These are June's babies, these little blue jackets. Their mom is feeding them, but I am supplementing them. And then when I'm in here, I also check Freckles' babies. Okay, so I'm gonna try this guy. Okay, so the bummer now is biting my pinky finger. Okay, let's try you. Come here. Hey! Knock it off. They're like, oh, another thing I can scratch on. Okay, so these babies seem well fed. Okay, now we need to find the 13s. Wait, are you hungry? Why are you standing like that? I'm like somebody's Italian grandmother in here. Like, you want something to eat? So this baby's belly looks plentiful. I just wanted to bring her over here. Look at the spots. So cute. You're such a cutie. So I'm just, oh, hello. Nice to meet you. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you some more milk. So I just wanted to offer to everyone before she drank the last of it, because she is growing like a weed. I think she steals milk in addition to what I feed her. So yeah, sometimes that second helping isn't such a great idea, right? I've been there. Okay, so that is the bottle feed. And now I'm going to do water and hay for everybody. I moved our mineral to this flat pan because they kept knocking over the smaller dish. And this is what is going on here. You know, your mamas need this. I mean, you guys do too, I guess. But you don't need to put your whole body in. So one thing I wanted to say is that I think we have 2, maybe 3 ewes left to go. We're just tired. We're really tired. And I think today my temper tantrum was only partly about the situation that I was in that moment. It was part about the whole rest of the season. We had a little prison break. There's only one ewe watching the baby. She's like the one who's left in charge while everybody went out to dinner. And we've got kind of a situation here. It looks like they formed a gang. Somehow I just managed to hit like both of my shins climbing over. Okay. All right, you little turkeys. We have 2 number 5s, 1 number 5, Two number fives. And number one, she's the oldest and the wildest one. Okay, I closed the gate to go out into the feed pen because there is a point where they attain an age and they become very hard to catch. Okay. Let's look at her. This is our first lamb born, our first live lamb born here. Say hi. Say hello. Okay, I'm putting you back. All right, well, that crisis is averted. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm sorry, ladies. It's been a busy morning. Okay, we'll do some scratch grain as an apology. Hey, girl. I don't know if I got that on camera, but it was pretty spectacular. We're going to put a bale of hay in here. We're going to put a bale of hay in there. That's going to ease up our feed schedule. We're going to lock everybody in. We're going to have these last lambs, and we're going to go out on a high note. Okay, I'm taking all this camera equipment back to the house because I've got some stuff to do over there today. If I have the energy after I get some food and let the dogs out. And what time is it now? 10. It's only 10. It feels like it's 2. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm heading out to the barn now. It's I don't know, 1-ish. Here we are. Look at this. We're all looking so good. Yes, fantastic. Oh, what a happy ending to something that was so hard. Somebody knocked her hay feeder down. Hi, baby. Here's the Barbara lamb. It's not time for you to eat yet. Not time yet. You just ate. Okay. Nope. He's much livelier. So this is good. This is great news. Okay. You want to have a little drink? No. There you go. This is very good. Oh, yeah. That's the best suckling ever. The other bottle baby, her schedule is every 6 hours because she's very big. She's thriving. But this guy, I just want to give him more opportunities and also just more practice. How was that? All right, so that's 2 ounces. Hang on, let me wash your face. Let me wash your face. Okay. Okay, I am gonna feed sheep now. Okay, so I'm looking at these bales. So hay, straw, hay, straw. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is bring this bale right here into the main area for the ewes who haven't lambed yet and aren't gonna lamb, and then I'm gonna bring this bale on the end around the other side for the maternity ward. So let's get the tractor. Hi, Harry. Okay, so tractor has the orange bucket on, so I have to switch that out. Okay, that job is done. So now I'm going to try to move the big bale feeder into the barn, and I'm hoping that it'll be wide enough to block the doorway of the barn, and then we won't need any other gates to kind of lock everyone in. Okay, so here's the feed pen with now the feed in it. This is where the bale would have sat on the ground. And this will all fall away once I cut this net off. And all of that is just gonna fall away, revealing beautiful, beautiful feed inside. Okay, I just got a text from Chris. He's clearly like having a lull at work and looking at lambing equipment that we may potentially need for next year. So that's good. This item is $11, so I'm gonna have to say no due to budgetary reasons. Okay, so I'm peeling the net off. Making video of me bringing hay into the barn where the ceiling is low was a little risky because I hit things sometimes, but I didn't today, so that was good. And I was doing it all one-handed. Pretty good tractor day, decent lambing day. I mean, tough lambing, but like we got the experts in, and everybody survived, which is a friggin' miracle. Okay, so it isn't pretty. Oh shoot, how am I gonna get through now to let the ewes out? I thought I was being so clever, and I ended with myself on the outside so that I could grab the net, close the gate. But now I realize that I have to let the ewes out. They can't eat the bale if they are still locked inside. What a pain. All right, I think I'm done out here for the time being. When Chris gets home in a little while, we can push the bale into the maternity pen and then and get them set to eat that, and then we should be then our chores for lambing season really get a lot better. No more hand feeding hay. So then it becomes just feeding babies, watching for this last ewe, and then watching for the final 2 ewes over the next couple of weeks. Okay, so we thought that we exposed 30 ewes to the ram and that there were 5 animals who did not go in for breeding, for 35 total. 27 ewes have lambed. So my count by looking at them of 1 ewe ready to go now and 2 maybe later, that could be right. However, when I count the ewes that are left here in the Gen Pop pen, there's an extra one. So I don't know if we actually held 6 back or bred 31. So we're just gonna have to wait and see.
When you had the cone on.
So we're making great strides with the ramlet, but then there were moments like this. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. We brought the little ramlet out for an adventure. He's creating a spectacle.